Hello, hello, beautiful people, welcome back to a brand new World video. And recently I posted a video showcasing all of my different gear and all of my different gear setups, and you guys really enjoyed watching it. Since that video I also upgraded my ring and I now have a full-on 600 gear score for war. However, there was one thing I forgot in that video, and that was to talk about my skill tree. So as you guys know, I'm a Great X Warhammer user with a medium setup. Okay, so I have a heavy head, heavy chest, medium gloves, light legs, and medium boots, all of which have different perks for either Great X's or Warhammer to enhance it. For example, in wars, I think Repulse and Clear Out is an amazing perk, right? You can get inside the point and clear everyone out of the point, for example. And I have that on my helmet. Then I have a Sundering Shockwave, another amazing perk for your Warhammer, and I have that on my body. Then we move on to the gloves. I have Insatiable Gravity Well, which is once again amazing for the Great X, right? It heals you, it deals double the damage basically, so it's a really good thing to have. And then obviously I have an Enfeebling Maelstrom on my legs. So when I spin inside like 10 people, they deal a reduced damage for a long time. And then I also have the boots, and I kind of want to kill that guy, but I guess I'll let him go. And that's pretty much it. The boots are the only ones where I don't have a specific perk. Bro, I'm going at this. Sorry guys, but there's some live PvP action going on. Let's see if I can do something about it. Wait. A nice little dash into a stun, into another stun. Bloodler is actually my friend, by the way, so we'll see how this goes. Come here, buddy. Okay, I'll let him be. Oh no, he gets... Okay. I like it, I like it. No, he's using headshot, bro. I can't win it, I can't win it. Straight up. No. Mercy, bro, mercy. Alright, alright. No, fuck, he's fast. Damn it. Okay, so this video is going to Narnia right now, but that's alright, you know, sometimes it's worth it. I just stole his skill straight up. I BM him a bit. He's my buddy. Anyways, let's move on with the video, shall we? So, that was a quick demonstration of what abilities I have, even though he's like a full heavy, so I can't really do it to him. Usually this build is like amazing to go for the backline dives, which is my role in wars. But let's talk about where is it actually? Hello? Oh, let's talk about, yeah, there we go, skill trees. Apologies for that. So, as you can see, right, we have a level 20 Great X and Warhammer. I never really cared about any other weapons because these are the ones I use for war. I have over 35 wins in wars, I'd say. But let's actually check that before we fully jump into it. Kind of jumping all over the place. Actually, I'll show that later if I remember. Anyways, let's talk about the skill tree, right? And we're gonna go... all of these have been changed throughout like my playing of the game. At first, like, I would have all the points in charge and I would have Reap. I loved Reap, but then the more I played, the more we noticed what we actually want in wars. And for my group, having Gravity Well is so crucial, and then having Maelstrom is crucial as well, because what we do is our combo looks something like this. We will throw out the Great X, go with the hammer stuns, go back to Great X inside, and spin as they explode. And that itself is going to just kill straight up everyone caught inside Gravwells. And we have a group of 15 guys that just runs around and completely destroys enemy backlines every single war. Okay, but just to put it in perspective, this is what I have, and let's go through it. So on the left part of the tree for the Great X, I'm just running all the good passives pretty much. And oh, another thing, Bloodlust is not better for war. Okay, yes, you move 30% faster, but look at that. Every time I'm hitting in war, I'm getting 3% more damage, 3% more damage, eventually 30% more damage when I'm just hitting people in war, which, by the way, you stack that up so quickly. So Mauler's Fury for wars 100%, Bloodlust maybe if you're into like a solo PvP type of situation, right? So firstly, we have our mobility skill, which is charge. It's very important to have. If you get caught in a gravel, let's say someone catches me in a gravel, I'm able to just charge out of it. Okay, I'm able to just charge out of it. It's a very good thing to have on your Great X, and you don't need to put any more points into it, and you don't use it as an engage, okay? You only use it to get away from a situation, because you don't need to engage. You can run up to people in wars, throw your Gravity Well, throw your Maelstrom, and you never need to like charge in. Alright? But anyways, let's talk about the greed. So light attacks with the great axe will grant you 5% more damage. You left click a lot with the great axe. Then Death's Embrace, you increase armor penetration, very solid. Critical gains, when you crit with the great axe, you heal yourself. So very nice, a little bit of sustain there. And then we have, when our attacks are blocked, we gain a stack of 15% damage for 10 seconds. Also very good. If someone blocks you, they basically fuck themselves with it, right? Crit chance is increased in the Keen Edge right here. Then we got a critical condition where the Great Axe attacks against foes below 30% health have 15% increased crit chance. Once again, very good. And then feed, right? Great Axe attacks against foes below 30% health heal you. So all of these are really nice passives to have. But now let's talk about the right tree, the Mauler tree. And the reason why you don't use Whirlwind, because you need that mobility, okay? That mobility is crucial, so you go for Gravwell, you go for Maelstrom, and even if you wanted Whirlwind, Reap would be still a better option. So just don't take Whirlwind, it's just bad, okay? Straight up bad. But yeah, let's talk Maelstrom, right? So perform a spin, and then the more further down you go, it extends the pull, right? So everyone around you gets pulled inside. Then we have consumes all projectiles while Maelstrom is active, also solid, right? And then Maelstrom does an extra spin, pulling in foes and dealing, you know, more damage. So you basically do the double spin. So first you go down this tree, straight up all the way till the end. We take this passive, the gravity. After you cause a pull, your foe is rooted. So if I land my first Q on someone with Maelstrom, my second Q is 100% landing as well. So this is very crucial to have, gravity. Then we move on to Center of Attention. While holding Great Axe, gain 10% damage when 3 or more foes are with 4 meters. So when you land gravity well, and there are 3 people inside of it, you go in with a Great Axe and you're gonna be dealing 10% more damage. Very, very good thing to have. This one is important. And then Crowded Protection. While holding Great Axe, gain 10% damage absorption when 3 or more foes are within 4 meters. Once again, great synergy once you do land that gravity well. And then gravity well, as explained, right, it holds people in place. They can't dodge, they can only block or left click, like auto attack, right, or use spells. So it's a very good thing to combo with the Great Hammer, which I'll show you some combos afterwards. Very solid ability to have. And then we have a Crowded Well as well. So after it explodes, it deals more damage for every person that's inside. And then we have this, which gives fortifying for your teammates that are inside. So this is a Great Axe. It has been pretty much perfected throughout the wars, I'd say. There might be some other passives worth looking into. For example, heavy attacks with great pull foes closer. The reason why I never went into that tree is because it used to be bugged and you used to deal half the damage. I don't know if that's still the case, but you know, it's something worth considering to test before you commit to it. And then this one adds grit with Great Axe heavy attacks, right? So I don't use heavy attacks in war, believe it or not. Like, my war looks something like this. I'll demonstrate the combo again. So I started off running with Haste Pot into their backline, if you can imagine. Throw the Gravwell, throw into the hammer, stun with the hammer, spin in, stun, double spin, right? And then you can go back to hammer and stun. You can also do this before you go back to the Great Axe. Alright, so you have a lot of options. And then I have my 2 escape abilities. So first one is Clear Out. If I have too many people around me, this will throw everyone really far away. And then if I have the Great Axe, I can also just charge away from the situation. Alright, so now that was a quick demonstration of all the skills, but let's take a look at the Warhammer tree. Now this tree is one of my favorites, my favorite weapon to use in a war, simply because of how easy it is to coordinate, to combine, to create chaos, okay? Full-on chaos. And I used to usually run with the Wrecking Ball perk. I really loved this, all the way down to the, like, full-on flattening them. Or was it? Yeah, it was this one, the Wrecking Ball, right? I think this one flattens them. Yeah. So I used to run this, but then I realized how nice Clear Out actually is, especially with my Clear Out perk. So I think for wars, going full Crowd Crusher is actually the way to go. But let's talk about some passives. So as you can see, on the left side, I go for Increase Armor Penetration, no brainer. All Warhammer abilities apply Exhaust, slowing target stamina regeneration. Pretty good one, right? But mostly you're using it to go down, further down the tree, because you don't want to do Grit to heavy attacks. I mean, you could, but I think this one's just better. And then we move on, increase heavy attack damage by 15% against targets under 30% health. I don't usually heavy attack much, but once again, we need to make our way down the tree. Then we have heavy attacks, reduce cooldowns by 7%. Sure, that's fine. But look at this. They'll 35% extra damage for 1 second after taking damage. This is what you always want to reach on the hammer. You take damage, you deal almost half as much damage, pretty much 35%. That's a large increase, okay? You need to have this on your Warhammer builds, even if you go like something different. After that, let's talk about the Crowd Crusher. So increase damage absorption by 10% if surrounded by 2 enemies. Once again, amazing for the war. Then we have reduce Warhammer cooldowns by 7% when using light attacks. So in wars, you can use your abilities, especially if you have like refreshing move. If you're a heavy build, for example, full-on tank with heavy, you can literally just stay in the point. You don't even need sword and shield. You can be constitution-focused tank and just left click, and go for stun, stun, clear out. Left click, stun, stun, clear out. If you go refreshing move on the hammer, you never even need to swap out of your hammer, okay? But let's... in my situation, I don't do that anymore. I used to at the beginning. I used to go full Void Band heavy with full Onyxes when that was the meta, and we would destroy all the wars with just that simple strategy, just hammer, right? But now we're startly slowing to evolve. We're using great X's and whatnot, clearing the backsides and stuff like that. But yeah, let's go down the tree with the passive. So 15% increased damage against targets affected by Warhammer debuffs. Very good perk to have, especially in combination with Power Through Pain. And then also we have Prevailing Spirit, which regains 35 of the damage dealt as health when using a Crowd Crusher ability. This one is really good. If you're low in a war, you double dodge to the side and you use your Path of Destiny on a massive clump of people. You will go from 0 HP to max HP, especially if you have something like Leeching on your Warhammer or your Ring. Okay, so keep that in mind. A very good passives to get to. Prevailing Spirit, you need to have it, and Power Through Pain, you need to have it. Okay, those are really good passives. Now let's very quickly talk about the actual skills. So we have Shockwave, Clear Out, and Path of Destiny. My favorite being Path of Destiny. It is a powerful ground strike that erupts a linear wave, so 3 times boom, 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 right? It also creates a stagger, so people won't be able to move straight away. And it is, this one is to reduce the cooldown for each enemy hit, right? So if you're in a war, you want to have as low cooldowns as possible. The actual Aftershock effect is when target is affected by a CC, they are slowed by 20%. Very good one to have, again, for war. People won't be able to escape you, alright? Let's talk about Shockwave. It is a very underutilized spell that is so good for Warhammers, okay? You slam your Warhammer into the ground, causing a 3-meter radius earthquake that deals 80% weapon damage, stuns to all impact targets for 2 seconds. And then if you go down the list, the trauma of the attack causes weaken, so it decreases the damage on top of that, okay? And then further down you go, it expands range, okay? So even bigger range. And then when it comes to Clear Out, it is just you swing and you throw people so far away if you have the Clear Out perk. And then hitting a target with Clear Outs grant Fortify, so you get stronger, right? You get resistances on top of that. And then you also get your cooldowns reduced the more you hit with an ability. I do not go for Swing Away, because using Clear Out on a target grants haste, increasing movement speed is like... it would be good, but I don't know which passive I would be willing to sacrifice. Honestly, this might not be bad, because it's a 30% move speed. So honestly, there might be an angle for me to respec that and just get rid of one of the passives. Let's see which one. So this one, 10% DPS absorption seems nice. Like, all of the passive seems nice. I don't really think I care about haste that much, because it's usually you just clear them out and you double dodge and you don't need that extra movement speed that would last for 3 seconds. But if you want to experiment with it, I'm sure you could justify getting rid of one passives to also take away the Swing Away. And that's pretty much it. That is pretty much what I forgot in my last video. I took a little bit long to explain all of this, but once again, let me show you a solid combo that you can use with this. So once again, we are using medium, so we have 3 dodges. And if I wait a little bit, I have 4 dodges, because I also have Hearty. But let's just pretend, right? This is the war, and let's say this little rock are the enemies. So I'm gonna usually start off... also, I have opals on my weapons, so when I dodge and use something, I'll deal more damage. So my combo usually looks like this. I would dodge Gravwell, into hammer switch, into triple stun, into dodge, dodge, stun, into X, spin, and then I have 2 options. Left click to kill people. If I get overwhelmed by people, I switch to hammer, knock everyone away. And if I get chased or caught in a gravity well, I swap to Great X and charge away to safety. And that's your simple combo. I mainly did this video to help out my guild members if they're using like the same combo as me. and I hope I maybe like helped some of you guys as well. Thank you very much for watching today's video. I mean, you can sub if you want, right? No need at all. You can check out my streams if you want. Once again, no need at all. And if you want to see how I perform in wars with this build, I have a ton of videos of wars uploaded on the channel. I'm also the main shot caller, so you can see the shot caller POV as well on top of just everything, right? So thank you for the support, fellas. I'll see you again very soon with another war video, most likely. Have a good one, and bye-bye.